What's going on, guys? Welcome back to RC Everyday. You ever stayed up really late and looked on eBay after a few too many adult beverages? Well, I did a couple weeks ago. I've got some more stuff coming. I'm really excited about one of the items, but I haven't done a Tamiya time video in a real long time, and I think I may have mentioned it in the last one. I've really kind of gotten my motivation back into the hobby. Had a little bit of burnout dealing with my own kits and running a business and doing that and the videos and the holidays and all that stuff. So it always seems like, I guess the last year and then the year before that, the Tamiya time stuff kind of picked up this time of year because I started getting motivated again. So most of my collection at Tamiya is TA01, 02, and FF01 stuff. I've got a few other odds and ends, but that's the majority of it. A couple TA03Fs. But all the stuff from when I was a kid. So I was running on eBay and I ran across this. I know what you're thinking. It's a Nascar looking thing. This is the FF01 chassis. And in the picture, it looked terrible. It had some like 8-inch long, rusty looking body mounts post. I don't know. I didn't even finish digging through the box to see if they were in there because they weren't attached to the chassis. But they were asking like $100. The FF01's impossible to find parts for. So I buy parts cars. Kind of $100 is kind of the going rate. I've gotten some really good deals. So this had one of those deals. I left it in my cart for a couple days once I wasn't, drinking. So I was thinking about it. And the next night I was like, all right, I'll offer them $75, see if they take it. The shipping was kind of high. And so, yeah, I got it for $100 shipped. And come find out, the body's actually, it's a decent runner. I don't really like this setup with the Nascar on the front wheel drive chassis, but it looks like this was a class that somebody ran at a shop somewhere. It's got very specific wheels and tires, and the chassis is actually nice. And yeah, I'm jazzed about it. So I got the deal of the century on an FF01. I don't know what motor's in it. It's got some kind of modified motor, brush setup. No ESC, I don't remember now. I have to look. It has some kind of basic servo in it. Nothing fancy, but yeah, I'm stoked about the condition of the chassis. The shocks and stuff on it feel great. I would put an ESC in it and run it if I had one. It's a runner quality. I don't think I have any spare front FF appropriate bodies to put on it right now. But anyways, yeah, let's take a closer look. Let's start. This is actually a protoform body. I talked to Jeremy over at Juicebox Hobbies, and he recognized what class of Nascar this was. Protoform, Boston in the back. I don't know, Wisconsin, it says. I don't even remember where I bought this out of. So this may be somebody's thing for their business or something. They were, I like to do that, make RC Everyday bodies. But body's pretty nice. But this is it right here. So it's got some quick disconnects on the motor, which is another thing that makes me think, you're racing some kind of class or something like that at a shop. A little dusty, but I mean, the suspension and stuff feels fantastic. Let me get better camera. See that overhead look. So it's pretty much stock from what I can tell. There's no aluminum upgrades. The shock towers are not cracked at all. And that's another reason why I was really glad these shocks look like cheap eBay ones from around 2004 or 5 in that era, but they feel great. They've definitely got fluid in them. Rears are at a questionable angle, but typically on the FF01s, the rear shocks go on this side where it lines up a lot better, but whatever. Yeah, we'll pull the motor here in a minute and try to see what we actually have. It's got extra nuts on the screws, or it's probably just used as spacers. Servo with a blue and red and black pigtail. It is a, can't see. Oh, I still can't see. Maybe Airtronics. I don't know. Let me get the flashlight here and see. Dirty. That would help clean it. Made it worse. I can't get anything in there. Oh, I don't recognize. Yeah, it's Airtronics. Airtronics looks like maybe a 94 102. I can't tell. Feels cheap. I don't think it's anything special. But one thing that was kind of cool with these HPI racing tires. So we do have the wides on the front, the narrows in the back. And again, I brought this up in other videos. It looks like our links maybe, I don't know, they're towed out that way. I thought they was the other way, but I don't know. We had a big debate in one of the old FF01 videos. Regular dog bones up front. We do seem to have the wrong screw and upper control arm on one side, which is causing some slop, which I actually have plenty of those old Tamiya self-threading things that we can swap that out fairly easily. Not sure what was there. Some kind of pink plastic clear in the shock mount. So maybe it had some fancy body post on it that they kept. I don't know. The main thing with this, the front gearbox, we do have a crack on the top cover, but that is it. The bottom is not cracked. Our front bumper has got a few little burrs in it, but it is not broken. Those are impossible to find. And I know before anybody comments, go back to the videos. I've had all of Ampro Engineering stuff. I've got a brand new complete FF01 front gearbox of his to put on the car we did the testing on. So I know there are parts, but there's not Tamiya parts. And to actually just to find one with a shock tower that's not broken in the front is very, very rare. Just a little grimy on the inside. It's been raced, but overall, bottom side, very minor scratching. I guess this was a pretty smooth course they raced on. There's all that slop. That's just the Tamiya servo saver. Again, no ESC or anything. We got all factory hardware. Just a really good runner. The gearing and stuff in it sounds really nice. So yeah, that was a score. We are missing the little battery retainer. I think I have a handful of those somewhere. If not, I'm sure I've got the parts tree with it on there. I'm gonna try to pull this one screw out here and find a replacement for that real quick. Pulled that monster thing out with a washer on it. The dog bone and everything fell out. It looks fine, doesn't look stripped out or anything. So I've got one of these shoulder screws, self-tapping, going into the plastic. And yeah, let's see if there's a reason why this wasn't in there. We didn't put a washer back in there, but we'll just back it off a quarter turn. That washer is definitely not the one from in between. That's some aftermarket. Actually looks like the kind you'd use for a pop rivet. So yeah, problem solved. I'm gonna pull a tire off. We'll check, see if it's got bearings. I'm thinking it might. It's rolling pretty good. We do have ball bearings. Everything in there looks nice. We do actually have a metal 12 mil hex, but everything's stock. I mean, we've got stock hardware on everything. It didn't look like, it looks like somebody actually got this and put it together and raced it, and that was it. It didn't go through. I'm the second owner, maybe. Oh, come on. I'm gonna get this hex line back up. Cooperate. Yeah, the bearings and stuff feel good. Oh, come on. I can't hold it from the back. It's the same problem I have on the front of my shop trucks. Anytime you have a drive type axle without a drive to it. I thought it was kind of cool that they had the skinnies out back and the wides in the front. I think that's on there. So the FF01 is quite versatile as far as wheelbase. Not only can you flip the rear arms to shorten the wheelbase, this actually has a couple different options for this gearbox to mount. And yeah, like I think the Volkswagen, is it the Golf? No, I don't know. Anyway, the Hondas are this wheelbase. See, I've got one of my nicer ones here. This was a full nice one. It's even got the Tamiya shocks and stuff on it. Adjustable uppers, fully loaded out, FRP chassis. A really nice display piece. The body had been driven, so. But yeah, they accept all the accessories from the TAO2s, and most of the TAO1 stuff is the same as well. The TAO1 actually is just the center section is longer, and they have the arms facing the other way. And it works with the four-wheel drive or this as well. It would work just the same. Rear parts, actually, they've never remade the FF01. They came out with the FF02, which I didn't like. It was built like the Tamiya M03. It was like two clamshell pieces, the TL01s, stuff like that. Didn't seem to go over big. They didn't do it a whole lot. Those kits are actually quite valuable because nobody has them, because nobody really got into it. Then they come out with the FF03, which I guess they didn't make many because the 2 was not popular, and they're really hard to find. They look like a really nice chassis. I don't know what they're based off of, if they're similar like a TB01 or something like that. They're definitely not like a TT02 or anything of that nature, but FF03 is something I've always wanted. I wanted one 15 years ago when they were new, but back in the poor days I couldn't swing it. But yeah, I mean, this is fully optioned here, and this is pretty much bone stock. See how that looks with drag tires on the front. I got a drag Honda. Anyway, yeah, that thing is mint. I forgot how good that car was. Goodness, body's not even good enough for it. But anyway, let's pull the motor out of this thing and see what this thing actually is. So I'm thinking maybe some Tamiya. I don't know. Nope. What do we got? Cobalt 27 Pro. Why have I heard of that? Pro Tweaked. What brand was that? 27 turn. Cobalt. Is that a Trinity motor? It doesn't say Trinity anywhere on it. Oh, there's a part number. TRI 2002. So that's, I bet that's Trinity. Cobalt. Thing feels good. Probably could clean the brushes up and things like that. Maybe our crimp connector there. I'll probably never get this little cardboard feller back in there, but I don't know what tooth gear is this thing. It's got a pretty massive thing. There's some wear on the gear, so this thing's been run. I bet that's a pretty sporty motor. I used to love all that stuff. Again, back in the 90s when I was a kid, I couldn't afford none of this. See those Trinity ads with Brian Kinwald, I don't remember how you say his name, and Kinwald, yeah, all that cool stuff. I had a Associated RC10 T2, but I always had a thing for the Losi stuff because their marketing was way better because they had Brian Kinwald. Make sure to strip that out all the way. Got our gear mesh back good. Yeah, so that's, I don't have any reason to tear this apart any further. This car is a runner. I'm gonna pull that screw out of the body mount, see what this pink colored plastic is. Oh, wait. Oh, that's still Phillips head. So that is some kind of square, so that must have been a body mount. Oh, big self-tapper. Nice. I'll leave that out for now. I've got spare sets of body post for these. The TA02 and 01 and FF01 all share the same body mount setup. So, yeah, we've got all the parts really to get this thing running. We just need a body and a ESC. So one little side project I've been working on for years is I've been trying to build an FF01 from all new parts. And it's, I stole some new parts from some places I probably shouldn't have, but I've got a brand new gearbox. This actually has M chassis arms on it. So it was set up off of something else, but it has this super rare aluminum front set up. And this is the best chassis I had. I'd actually have a brand new one coming. This rear setup was actually brand new. The shocks are not brand new. Those actually look pretty good though. These actually, the front ones are brand new. But I think those are M chassis shocks as well. So they're a little bit shorter. But yeah, I'm just trying to piece one together out of nice new parts. I've got a box here. I think I actually have a brand new front bottom half for the front gearbox. No bumpers. And I've got a couple of rear setups and another spare chassis. That's all just the FF01 specific stuff. But what I was saying, the rear bulkheads are reversible. So it's set up that way, or you can flip it this way, and it pulls it this far up on the chassis, and you change your arm configuration and get different wheelbases out of it. But pretty neat design. Actually got a brand new tail bumper. This car, I thought I'm always looking for parts and just, you know, seeing what I might need. And this one is actually good enough to keep together. I don't think we'll be stealing anything off of it. It's going to be a good runner. Definitely have enough spare parts to keep this thing alive. But anyways, I know these videos aren't for everybody. I just do them because I like keeping up with this stuff and trying to keep knowledge of the vintage things alive. The old Tamiya stuff, this is what I cut my teeth on. My very first kit was a TA02 in 95, 4, somewhere in there. It was the Alfa Romeo. And yeah, I had my first FF01 it was around 2000. I was actually already married at the time. I was just out of high school. No, 2001. Yeah, that was when I got out of high school and got married. And I think I got it used, and I'd put a Skyline GTR race spec body, and I had to cut the slit in the hood for the front cover to stick out, and it was an ugly mess. And I ended up selling everything after I got divorced, and yeah, just one of those many times quitting getting back into the hobby, and been slowly building up a collection of these because it takes me back to when I was a kid, first learning about RC stuff. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Just another way to have some fun with the hobby. Doesn't always have to be skill. Sometimes it can just be nostalgic. If you're interested in any of that kind of stuff going on back there, check out rceveryday.com. I do have full videos, a build series of those for the products and things like that. It's come from me building these in the 90s to designing and manufacturing those and making them now, 6 years later. It's been a wild ride, but I appreciate you guys watching. Keep RC going. Get out there and have some fun with it, and I'll see you in the next one.